Direction-related questions are one of the most commonly asked questions in Olympiads, SAT, CAT, and any other entrance exams. In this video, we are going to learn this in an easy way. Understanding directions. We always draw north showing upward direction on a paper and south coming downwards. If we are facing north, east is towards our right and west towards our left. Northeast between north and east, southwest between south and west, and likewise for northwest and southeast. Sun rises from east. So here we are studying a man who's facing north. In whichever direction we are standing or whichever direction we are facing, during morning hours, during early morning hours, sun is always towards our east, so shadow will always be towards our west. Here, a man is facing south and sun is in west. Whichever direction we are facing, if sun is in west, that means it is evening time, and at that time our shadow will be on east side. And when we are facing south and north is at our back, east will be towards our left and west will be towards our right, exactly opposite of what happened when we were facing north. Let's start solving questions now. First case, when all moves are given in directions. It is going to be easy for us because we don't have to judge what is there on our left and what is there on our right. So just directions, we just draw a plus sign here, right, north, south, east, west, and start solving our questions. Only one thing we need to keep in mind, that when we are drawing distances, we should draw them in proportion. That is, when I am drawing 10 and 30, 10 should be almost 1/3 of 30. Almost. We are not going to measure it and draw, but approximately. Okay, let's start with the question. Starting from his home, Ashwin walked 30 kilometers towards north. He then turns east and walks 10 kilometers. Ashwin then walks 30 kilometers towards south. In which direction is he standing from his home? So Ashwin walks 30 kilometers towards north. He then turns east and walks 10 kilometers. He then walks 30 kilometers towards south, that is down. In which direction is he standing from his home? This is home, so this is your reference point. From his home, he is standing towards this side, right side, that is towards east side. So our answer is east. Let's solve one more question of same type. Sarah starts riding bicycle from her home. She rides 200 meters towards east, turns south and rides 50 meters, and then turns west and rides for another 290 meters. She finally turns north and rides for another 50 meters and reaches her school. How far and in which direction is the school from her home? So here we have to find both direction and distance of school from home. We'll first draw this, our directions, because we generally don't go wrong with north and south, but we can make mistake when we are turning east or west. So we'll draw this and we'll refer to this as we are solving our problem. Sarah's home. She rides 200 meters towards east. She then turns south and rides 50 meters. And then turns west and rides for another 290 meters. Please note here that it is very important to draw lengths in proportion so that we have a fair idea of where Sarah is reaching. For example, 50 should be much smaller than 200 and 290 should be much longer than 200. If I draw it shorter or equal, I'll end up landing here or here. So my direction which I'm going to find will be wrong, and distance can also be wrong. So it's better that we always draw it in proportion. That is, if 290 is longer than 200, we'll draw it longer than 200. Let's proceed. She finally turns north and rides for another 50 meters. So this 50 meters will be same as this 50 meters. I mean, the length of this 50 meters and this 50 meters should be drawn equal. And then she reaches school. So we can see that school is towards our west. Just confirm from here, if school is here, if house is here, school is to the west of house or towards west. So we have already got our answer because there is only one option with west. But still we will calculate the distance. Distance will be 290 minus 200, which is 90 meters. Because this is like a rectangle, she took all turns at right angles, and this length is equal to this length, so we get a rectangle here, and this total will be 290, and distance of school from home will be 290 minus 200. Let's solve another type of question, which is when moves are given in terms of angles and clockwise and anti-clockwise directions. Question: Tanvi is facing southwest. She then turns 90 degree anti-clockwise. Always remember, anti-clockwise is like this. That is, when we are moving in the direction opposite to the hands of clock. And clockwise is like this, when we are moving in direction same as the hands of a clock. So let's proceed. She turns 90 degree anti-clockwise, 90 degrees, and then 270 degree clockwise. So for going clockwise, she has to turn back and go in opposite direction. Also notice that 270 degrees is combination of 3 sets of 90 degrees. So we will go 3 sets of 90 degrees. 190 degree, complete, another 90 degree, and one more 90 degrees. So finally she will be facing northeast. We could have taken a shortcut here if we are good with angles and clockwise anti-clockwise directions. We could have directly deducted 90 degree anti-clockwise from 270 degree clockwise, and our effective direction will be clockwise because clockwise angle is bigger, and measure of the angle will be 270 degree minus 90 degree, which will be 180 degree. So from starting point 180 degree clockwise, and she will reach here. We'll get the same answer, northeast. So you can do it anyways, you can do it both ways, and your answer will be C, northeast. Also notice that angle between two consecutive solid directions, that is between north and west, west and south, south and east, east and north, will always be 90 degrees. Also, angle between these two directions, southeast and northeast, will be 90 degrees. Angle between northeast and northwest will be 90 degrees. Similarly, northwest southwest 90 degrees, and southwest southeast again 90 degrees. So this will help us a great deal in solving the problems. One more question in terms of angles and clockwise or anti-clockwise directions. Mark is facing northeast. He turns 135 degrees clockwise. This is northeast. 135 degrees means 90 plus 45. So 90 plus 45. 135 degrees clockwise. Now he moves 270 degrees anti-clockwise. That means he'll change the direction and go anti-clockwise. 270 degrees means 3 times 90 degrees. 1 time, 2 times, 3 times 90 degrees. So where is he facing now? He is facing towards west. Again we could have taken the shortcut. 270 degrees anti-clockwise minus 135 degrees clockwise, which effectively makes it 135 degrees anti-clockwise. So from northeast we could have directly gone to 135 degrees anti-clockwise and got our answer, which is west. Now we'll solve another type of question based on shadows. One fine morning, shadow of a tree fell to my exact right. In morning, shadow will always fall in west direction because sun is rising from east. So tree shadow in west direction. If west is your exact right, which direction are you facing? So let's check this man. If west is his right, then east will be his left and he'll be facing south. So answer is south. One more question on shadow. One evening before sunset, Shally walked in the direction of her shadow. She then turned left and again turned left after some time. She then turned back and started walking in a straight line. Which direction is she walking towards finally? So let's see. It's evening time, so sun is in west. Shally, her shadow will be in east. She walked in the direction of her shadow, that is towards east. She then turned left. Again, turned left after some time. She then turned back and started walking in a straight line. Which direction is she walking towards finally? So we can see that finally Shally is walking towards this direction, which is east. Our answer is direction questions in which movements are given in terms of left and right should be the trickiest one. Let us consider one such not so tricky question. Ruby is going to south. She turns left and then she turns left again. Ruby, I've just marked her left so that it will be easy for me to imagine where she is turning. Goes to south, turns her left. Now she took her second left. She turns left once again, is given in the question. In which direction is she going now? So she is taking her third left. After taking her third left, she is turned here, so she is going in west direction. Now in this question, it will be great if we can imagine ourselves instead of Ruby. So while sitting in your seat, imagine that you are coming south, so your left will be this, towards east. You will turn here. Now your left will be towards north. Turn here. Now your left will be towards west. Then you turn here and that is your direction. So you can just give your body a little tilt towards west or east as Ruby. Same as Ruby, and imagine yourself walking in the same direction as she is. The question becomes much easier for you. When movements are given in terms of left and right, again one more question. Sean walked 25 meters towards west. He took a left turn and walked 30 meters. He then turned to his right and walked 25 meters. What is his direction from the starting point? Let's see. Sean walked 25 meters towards west. He took a left turn, so his left will be towards south, and walked 30 meters. Now he turned to his right. When he is walking towards south, his right will be west. So now he is going in west direction and walked 25 meters. What is his direction from the starting point? So his starting point is here. We'll take this as a reference point. This will be your reference point in a direction map. So compared to his reference point, he went like this. That means he's standing in southwest. Your answer? Southwest. Quiz time. Let's check how much we have learned. Sudha starts at point A facing northwest. She turns 3 right angles in anti-clockwise direction. Which direction is she facing now? You have 5 seconds. If you want more time, pause the video and then you can check the answer. Your answer? Sudha starts at point A facing northwest. So Sudha is facing northwest. She turns 3 right angles in anti-clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise direction, 1 right angle, 2 right angle and 3rd right angle. Which direction is she facing now? Easy. Northeast. We could have done it directly also. Once we are good at it, we can do it directly, imagining that she'll go anti-clockwise from here to 70-degree angles. She will reach here. Next question. David walks 20 kilometers towards west and then turns left and walks 25 kilometers. He then turns left again and walks 40 kilometers. In which direction is he standing from the starting point now? 5 seconds. Answer. David walks 20 kilometers. This is his starting point. He walks 20 kilometers towards west and then turns left. He has already turned left here in this figure and walks 25 kilometers. He then turns left again and walks 40 kilometers. In which direction is he standing from the starting point now? The green line is showing his direction from the starting point. Starting point should come here because that is the reference point from which we have to tell the direction. So he is actually standing in this direction from the starting point, which is southeast. Sam is facing the cinema hall. If he turns 135-degree anti-clockwise, he will be facing the figure I have to give you. 5 seconds. Home. From cinema hall, 135-degree anti-clockwise. That means 90 plus 45. So he'll be facing the home. If my shadow is on my exact right just before sunset, that means in the evening, catch the keyword. In the evening, your shadow is towards east. So if it is on my exact right, on your exact right, then which direction am I facing? So if east is my right, then I am facing north. You can use your right hand and check if east is on your right hand, then north is in front of you. If P is to the north of Q and R is to the west of Q, in what direction is P with respect to R? 5 seconds. Answer. So P is to the north of Q, R is to the west of Q. In what direction is P with respect to R? With respect to R. So R becomes your reference point. P is in this direction, which is northeast. Want to level up? Let's try one tricky question. Just after sunrise today, Riya and Arna met and were talking to each other face to face. If Riya's shadow was exactly to the right of Arna, which direction is Arna facing? Can you also tell which direction is Riya facing? Just after sunrise means sun is in east and shadow is in west. If Riya's shadow was exactly to the right of Arna, that means west is exactly to the right of Arna. So which direction is Arna facing? Of course, south. Can you also tell which direction is Riya facing? Riya is talking face to face with Arna. So she is definitely facing north, opposite direction. Arna south, Riya north. Amita walks 25 meters towards south. Turning to the left, she walks 20 meters. Then turning right, she walks 15 meters. Then turning right, she walks 35 meters. Then turning right again, she walks 40 meters and stops. In which direction is she standing with respect to her starting point? 5 seconds. Amita started from here. She walked 25 meters south, then turned left and walked 20 meters. Then she is turning right and walks 15 meters. Then turning right, she walks 35 meters. Then turning right, she walks 40 meters and stops. Remember this 40 meters and this 15 plus 25, which is also 40 meters. So this and this height is going to be equal. So she has reached a point parallel to the starting point. In which direction is she standing with respect to her starting point? So she is standing towards west. Like, share and subscribe for more videos. If you want videos on any reasoning or maths topics, send your suggestions to methodological001@gmail.com.